Dan Reichert, you've been issued a license to thrill. What are you going to do with it? Yes, you.
Oh, God. Wait, do I get thrilled or am I thrilling other folks? How's this work?
I mean, listen, I think in order to thrill other folks, you have to be thrilled. I can't imagine it working any other way. That's just physics. I believe that's that's the fourth law of thermodynamics.
Well, let's. I think what we should do, if we have a license to thrill, is play the most thrilling games that probably average around like a 7.5.
Yes, absolutely.
Like that tends to be licensed games quite a bit.
You can only be talking about one man, Mr. Jack Bauer, who is very loud in the background. Now I'm going to turn him down here.
This man right here?
That man right there.
I forgot I had this figure of him kicking a door down.
Oh my God, incredible.
I was unpacking. I was like, hell yeah, timely.
God, you know what? And that could be from any episode because he's just kicking doors down almost constantly.
He's got a bunch of like screwdrivers and syringes in his pockets to torture people with. Yeah.
So let's like lay down the groundwork. This is License to Thrill, a new show from Giant Bomb where we play licensed games, old licensed games. Probably, you know what? We'll stretch the definition, I'm sure, at some point. Right now, we are going to play 24, the game, because we've been talking about 24. But in the future, this could take any form, right?
Yeah, it could. And we actually did like kind of a little teaser of it recently. We did that stream with a bunch of licensed games with Die Hard Trilogy and Austin Powers Pinball and things like that. And it's funny, I saw in the chat that somebody's like, oh, they should do this and play licensed games. They could call it License to Chill. And I was like, God damn it. We were already like a month into kind of like talking about and planning the show. And somebody's like, God damn it. You're kind of jumping on our shit here.
Well, here it is. Licensed, but it is Licensed to Thrill. I'm sorry, everybody. That's what we have to go with. License to Ill was taken, so we went with Thrill, and Chill was from the fans. We're not going to steal from you. Okay, so I think the plan here then is to play 24 the game, but this game is canon, right?
Yes. So this game is set between seasons 2 and 3, and it is canon. It does have the actors. We got Kiefer. We probably have more Kiefer in this than we had in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Right.
And it's funny because he's just doing the exact same voice for the most part. A lot of whispering and a lot of threats, a lot of anger. Is he simmering under the surface, or is it like a full like volcano all the time inside Jack Bauer's skull?
Jack Bauer seems like a volcano, and that comes from Kiefer Sutherland. I think he brings himself to the character in a real way that I appreciate. And every time something insane happens on the show, I'm like, that was Kiefer's idea. I just know that was Kiefer's idea.
Yeah, and I think his title as the show goes on keeps getting more and more just like, oh, he's like assistant producer, probably not assistant, but like producer to executive producer.
Executive producer, yeah.
He is 24. Like, and so I kind of want to set the stage for people here who, have not seen 24. Grubb just finished seasons 1 and 2,
yes,
so we can kind of like explain what we've seen so far.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. There is a previously on in this game, but why don't before we do that, we'll watch that. That'll probably be the actual recap. How about I give some of my highlights? How about I do that? Yeah. Okay, so I started with, so this is my workout show, Dan. So that means I have it on while I'm lifting weights or whatever, and it's right there in front of me, so I'm able to pay attention to most of it. But mostly I'm just there for the thrills and the chills, and like whenever something exciting happens, when I'm really going to be paying attention. The first season is relatively small stakes. Yeah, I guess it's big stakes. There's
wife gets murdered.
Yeah. Okay. There's an assassination attempt on the president, and that's Senator David Palmer.
Hang on, I watched the first episode again just to kind of get reminded. And in the first episode, a plot to kill the president has started. I think there's an actual kidnapping start then. I can't remember if Kim gets kidnapped in the first one, but also
very soon, yes.
Naked Mandy. I don't know if you know her as Naked Mandy yet, but she is a woman.
But I have met her again.
She's in season 2. Okay,
very end of season 2.
Oh, she's that. Okay,
yes.
We'll get to that. That's right. I forgot that was her. So she kind of pops up from time to time. She's this character that just shows up and has shady, like you don't know what her intentions are, who she works for. But in the first episode, she just seduces a dude, has sex with him in a bathroom, and then blows up the plane and jumps out of it. So it's like low stakes for the first season.
Exactly. So it starts fast. They don't hold back. And of course, the bit with 24, everyone, I guess should know, is that it's 24 episodes that are an hour long. They have commercial breaks, so they're actually 45-ish minutes long. But that's with commercial breaks, it takes over the course of the hour. And during those commercial breaks, it really is, time has passed, is how they try to play it off. So it's 24 real world hours. and so one day is a season. They even like refer to like the for season 1 is day 1.
Yeah. And it leads to like having its own like language among fans and stuff where it's like, I know in any episode, if somebody says like, yeah, he's going to be here at CTU within the hour, it's like, that's code for in this episode.
Exactly.
So
yes, exactly. Yes. They do a lot of that from season 1. They like, when is that going to happen? That's going to happen in about 25 minutes. And then you look at the time, you're like, oh, that will be at the beginning of next episode. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, it's fun. They don't try to get too clever about that. They're trying to be as broad and communicative like to the audience as possible. It's a lot of fun. So that first season, it's like, here's what I remember. The assassination attempt on President Palmer gets Kiefer Sutherland, gets Jack Bauer involved in that. Meanwhile, his family gets kidnapped. And of course, these two things actually end up being related. And really, it's just Kim Bauer making poor decisions and just finding so many clever ways to stay kidnapped. Just the most creative kidnapped victim of all time.
Yeah, that's season 1. Season 2, we're talking about like woodland animals are getting involved.
Season 2 is just bonkers with Kim. Like, I would love to just go through, like, maybe we could do that on one of these future episodes, just go through everything that happens to Kim in season 2, because it is insane. It's so much.
It's all in one day, and there are like 7 things that would all be the worst thing in someone's life.
Like I have a terrible memory about like she the first episode she like encounters, or she's like babysitting for this family, and the guy's leering at her. By the second episode, that guy is beating his children, beating his wife, and then murdering his wife. All the while, while Kim is trying to rescue the daughter from this man, and then she finds out about the nuclear bomb in L.A. And so she's got to try to get the kid away from them, but the guy tracks her down. She loses the kid. They all go to the hospital. She kidnaps the kid again. Then they like get arrested. She causes a car crash. Yes, car crash. She goes into the woods, meets some survivor guy, like a survivalist guy out in the woods, who then he lies to her about the nuke going off so he can keep her in his basement as part of his collection.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then she eventually gets out of that situation, immediately goes to the road, finds another guy who wants to do something to her. So she fires a gun at him. Like, this entire day is just nonstop the worst men in the world, all like, like triangulating on Kim Bauer.
And meanwhile, concurrently, as this was starting, before this got out of hand, concurrently, her father is sawing a man's head off with a hacksaw.
Exactly. And just like, after he shoots him in the heart, that's how the season starts.
A man who's in custody, and he's like, legally, you got no rights to do anything. I got a lawyer. I got a Jack, shoots him and cuts his head off.
And the guy lists all the reasons why Jack Bauer is going to kill him. Okay, here's the thing I like about the show. It is both the most obvious and the most surprising. They always do the most shocking thing, but that makes it sometimes a bit obvious. But I like that. I want them to do that.
Season 1, his wife and his pregnant wife gets murdered. Season 2, his CTU government office gets bombed, and then a fucking nuclear bomb goes off. Like is it like in the desert? Like near like Nevada?
He flies a plane out to the desert, and then the guy that of course got the nuclear radiation poison earlier in the day, George Mason actually snuck on the plane. He crashed it in the desert. So a nuclear bomb does go like a lot. That's
Bauer's there. Bauer's like parachuted out, like
a few miles away. Yes, that is the show. Like a lot of other shows and a lot of other like spy fiction and espionage thrillers will introduce nukes. They're not going to let a nuke go off in the United States, even in fiction. Like that rarely happens. So this show's like, no, we have a nuke. It's gonna go off, and then that, of course, that sets off a coup d'etat sort of plot with the president, where they're trying to get the president. They're trying to 25th Amendment the president, who was David Palmer from the last season. It's the wildest thing. And of course, again, they introduced the 25th Amendment plotline. So they kick him out, and he's no longer president. And it's just the wildest stuff. But
then Naked Mandy, how does she I remember how she comes in at the end.
So it by the end, so Jack's trying to the whole reason that the country is going to respond to the nuke going off in the United States in the desert. That was a terrorist plot, but it was a terrorist plot that some people in the government were trying to use to toughen up the president and make him more willing to be tough with the military and stuff. Like, we need you to be as strong. And so they were like, we're going to go to war with the people, the countries that sponsored this terrorist threat. And that's all based on this one piece of audio that turned out like was almost certainly fake, but every agency's like, no, this is real. And only Jack Bauer knows that actually it's fake. And he's able to prove that. And so by the end of the season, Jack Bauer finally gets the evidence using actually Sherry Palmer, David Palmer's terrible wife, now ex-wife. He uses her. Yes, to get the truth that this is actually fake audio. So they call the bombers back from bombing these 3 innocent countries at the last second. And then David Palmer gets reinstated as president. Everything's great. Everything's hunky-dory other than a nuke going off the United States a few hours ago.
All in one day. All
in one day, yes. And David Palmer gives his rousing speech about how we are going to get through this. You're still safe. And then he's leaving. He's shaking hands. Everyone's like, yeah, which the Secret Service would definitely let him do the same day a nuke went off. He's just shaking hands like it's a fucking, like everyone's like a
Camp David, like 2 miles below the ground in a vault.
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. But he's just shaking hands. And of course, there's a lady with black hair in the audience. And then it's the naked lady from the first season, Naked Mandy, I guess. And he Mr. President, with her cute little voice. He's like, well, I gotta shake this lady with the cute voice's hand. And he shakes her hand, and then he walks away, and he collapses, and then we see her like peel off a piece of plastic that obviously had poison on it, and that's how the season ends. So I've not seen what happens next.
Is the king of cliffhanger stuff. Like this was, before people talked about like, oh, Netflix binge watching and stuff. This was the thing where you bought the DVD set and it's like, it'd be 2 a.m. and an episode ends in some crazy fucking way. And it's like, I gotta watch the next one.
Right.
Like,
you gotta see what happens next.
Yeah, I've never done that. Like, I've never done the Netflix binge watch thing. I've never done the YouTube, like going down a rabbit hole, watching a bunch of autoplay stuff. But 24, fuck yeah, sitting in my dorm room, watching a bunch of episodes in a row with my friends. Like, it was awesome at that.
Yes. And so, I'm enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. But my understanding is 24, the game, is what happens next after what I just saw, right?
Yes, after Palmer collapses. I honestly don't remember what the main, like, threat is here. I remember like things that happen and things that like at the beginning of season 3, people are in different places and stuff like that. And this actually kind of establishes it. So it was an interesting experiment. And when we're talking about doing License to Thrill, this era in particular, like this was a big thing that people were trying to do between like the PS2 era, 24, Godfather game, Reservoir Dogs, Scarface, the Sopranos, there's a lot of these like
all potential candidates for License to Thrill, by the way. Like, of course, those would be fun. We'll see what we get to, but those are all candidates.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, like a lot of these games are just going to be, we'll see. We make no promises on like if all these are going to be playthroughs.
Sure.
Some might be playthroughs if we're having a good time with them. Some might be one-off. Some might be grab bags like that stream we did recently.
License to Thrill is going to just like have to change to fit like what the game actually is. Because if it's terrible, we're probably not going to play through it unless it's on Blight Club or something.
Yep.
But I have the game loaded up on my PlayStation 2. I figure we'll just go over there right now. I am still beaming it to you, right?
Yes, I am seeing it.
You're seeing it. I think what we'll do is we'll go down to this previously on 24, but let me make sure that the audio is loud enough so everyone can hear. There you go. I'm going to turn it up a little bit even and turn it up for myself. And all right, let's go for it. Let's see. Previously on 24 missions. It's
a trailer. Weird.
Maybe this is actually not what we think it is. There's a season 4 trailer. I was wondering where this came out.
So I guess season 3 would have been over at this point. Would it be dumb to do the season 4 trailer?
Yeah, we'll just watch. Let's watch the season 4 trailer. Why not?
It might be confusing.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
There's a nuclear warhead gonna detonate somewhere over this country. No!
More with an exclusive prequel that clues you into next season.
He's screaming so much.
Yes,
season 4. Own it today.
Okay.
So season 4 was coming out on DVD at that point. Okay.
I was wondering like when this like game actually came out. Like obviously it takes place between season 2 and season 3, but I'm like that would be really fast for a game to come out based on a popular show. Because there's no way they started making the game before season 1. But
that's
like
true,
after season 1, I could believe it. But I bet it happened like during like season 2 when the ratings maintained themselves and probably kept growing. They're like, all right, now we can start like worrying about licensing deals. So
that said, I mean, do you have a preference in season 1 or 2?
Season 2 is definitely way more. Way more entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. All right, let's go to new game and let's get in there. All right.
It's amazing they got Kiefer here too, because I think more than almost any show I've seen, this is one of those things where it's like, I think without Kiefer, I don't know if this works, because so much of what I love about it is Jack Bauer and his performance. Like, it's legit, as goofy as this show is, he's amazing in this.
Yes, he
is.
I
love Kiefer in this.
And like he just brings so much energy to it. Like I can't imagine this entire thing even working without him.
All right. And Alicia Cuthbert, obviously, tour de force.
Oh yeah, just she got. You know what? She would have got an Emmy, but they just gave her a special Oscar instead. They're like, this is a movie quality performance. Yes. Oh man, thank you, Jack.
Every episode starts this way.
Yes.
Also, they're constantly getting across all of LA in like 5 minutes on the show.
Oh yeah, they don't care about any of that, and it's the right call.
Yeah, it is. Like. They could make the show a lot more boring because of the time gimmick, but they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's the right choice.
I don't know how many below. You're clear to continue in, but I want each and every position called. There's illegal arms shipments aboard and at least 200 kilos of the biotoxin ricin. Everything points to these people being.
That's a good Kiefer Sutherland model.
Find out we're in the area.
Yeah.
They'll blow the holds and release the toxin into the water system. Are we clear?
There's a biotoxin.
Oh man, those are the worst kinds of toxins.
We're heading in. We need to get on board and
It's just lens flares. Is that what they're doing there?
So, I mean, this looks like it had a budget.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, so this was made by Sony Computer Entertainment Cambridge and published by 2K. It's like got a confusing lineage. I don't really know how it works.
Are the Getaway people?
I actually don't know for sure. All right, camera.
Look it up.
Camera tilt inverted. Wait, why would camera pan be inverted? All right,
all right. I'm going to tell you the lineage of Sony Cambridge.
Okay.
Medieval 2, Primal, Ghost Hunter, Medieval Resurrection, Little Big Planet. Oh, the PSP one. Okay, right. Yeah, no, this was not Media Molecules 2040.
Oh boy,
that would be incredible.
That would be amazing. Media Molecules 24, the game.
It's the super cutesy handcrafted Jack Bauer.
All right, where we go? I gotta say, controls a bit funky. Like he just wants to go to the side so bad.
Excellent. Is it trying to do like snap to cover stuff?
No, not yet. Let me see here. Oh yeah, look.
Gears.
What's that?
Would this be post Gears of War? Like I'm trying to think where we are in like the February 27th, 2006.
Yeah, that was post Gears, right?
Right around Gears.
Maybe it was right around the time of Gears. Using cover will protect you in combat. Cover can be found around door frames or behind solid objects.
Gears of War was November of this year, so maybe 24 is the game that started the
cover shoot. Yeah, of course it is.
Wow.
All right, there we go. And then press R1 to fire. Okay.
Oh, that's fucked. Okay.
That's unnatural, but all right.
I feel like it was like the 360 era where everything got kind of standardized.
Yeah,
you know?
it had to have been Call of Duty, right? That really did it.
Definitely for first-person shooters. I think every FPS post Call of Duty was like, okay, Square is going to be reload or X. You know?
I think a lot of games were just like, you know what, that's actually going to work for us as well.
Yeah, and good.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, you guys want to get out of the way?
I really hope, I don't think it does address this, but I just want you to know that at the beginning of season 3, Jack Bauer is addicted to heroin.
Well, so, I mean,
I hope this goes into that.
I'm sure that'll be multiple days of trying to get off heroin, so he must be out of commission that entire season.
2 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Search body. Of course. Okay. I got a hound. All right. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, it's X to use cover. It is. Okay.
I mean, the show is a bit dark and violent for like primetime TV, big time series. Like I know like there's like, you know, murder shows and Law and Order and, you know, the CSI stuff, but like this is a pretty dark show.
Well, that is like where like I really realized what it was going for when the first season did end and they did kill the wife. So that was the wife was kidnapped, and then of course she gets saved eventually, but then she gets killed at CTU, and it was like, oh, and that's how that season ends. And it's like, oh man, that's messed up. So
one of his coworkers that does a heel turn,
right?
Nina Myers.
Following your lead, sir.
Did you see Nina much in season 2? I can't remember if she's much.
She's
of
in the
presence.
early part of season 2. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she helps him find out one of the people he needs to talk to keep the chain of like, oh, I'm chasing this evidence. Like, yeah.
Okay.
She helped at that point. Yeah.
Oh, and it's one of those things where he has to like super begrudgingly be like, I want to fucking murder you. But
yes,
you're the
right.
only one
And then
who
he has
can
to tell
help me.
everyone, I'm not gonna murder her. I'm not gonna do it. And then you could tell he's always thinking about it because of course he is.
Well, because a lot of times he says he's not going to murder someone, but then he super murders them.
Oh yeah, well, yes, totally. Like, the audience doesn't know. Like, yeah, it seems like he's probably gonna murder somebody. You guys know where you're going, or are you guys just following me? Oh, okay.
This reminds me of a lot of PS2 action games. So
Oh
far.
yeah.
I think we already have more Keeper voice acting than we had in Phantom Pain.
Yes.
Which I just love. Like, all the reasons I love Kojima. Another one is just like he clearly got really into 24.
Yep.
And it's just like, let me just take away the iconic voice of one of the most famous and great video game characters of all time because I like 24.
Right. He's like, 24, that's real art. What I'm making is bullshit. He doesn't like his own stuff. He likes 24 and The Walking Dead. That's the real art to Kojima. And so if he gets a chance to work with those people, he's gonna.
I mean, hey, cool. I mean, if I was in his position, it's just like, oh, yeah, pick whoever you want to work with. Like, fuck yeah. All right.
Stealth mode active. There we go. We should go to Tokyo Game Show next year, and we should see if we can get Kojima to scan us.
We should do that.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't actually think that he even knows who I am. But I was about to say, I hope I'm back in his good graces after I made a baby face turn on Death Stranding.
It's no longer a 4 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a solid 8.75. I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you tell that to? It was one of the voice actors, right?
I told Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. You think he just immediately texted Kojima? You believe it's fucking
No,
Dan?
his face just dropped, and his wife like turned away from me.
That rules. God, that rules.
I wasn't gonna lie to the man.
No, of course not. It's just very funny. Just that matching that whole scenario.
Hostile down.
Hostile down. Okay.
I'm trying to think of like, in terms of like, we talk about licensed games and stuff like that. Like, what a real success story would be. Like, I don't really know sales numbers.
GoldenEye.
Oh well, yeah, of course. I'm trying to think like these movie, like like Reservoir Dogs, Sopranos, all that
From
stuff.
this
like,
era,
all in the same kind of just soup of like,
right.
This is a serviceable game that had a budget, and none of them were like laughably terrible that are coming to mind.
Right. I think I was excited for Quantum of Solace because it was like Treyarch coming off Call of Duty, and they're pretty good at Call of Duty, so they'll make a good James Bond game, and just absolutely not.
That was really bad. I also didn't like that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely not. That's the one that was like written during the writer's strike, right? I think.
Quantum of Solace was?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like that's why it was so bad, 'cause like the writer stopped working on it halfway through.
Oh wow, I didn't know. I just remember
It's that one or no, but I think it's Quantum of Solace.
Yeah, I remember it was just a big plot about water that was boring.
Right.
After Casino Royale was like the best Bond movie.
Yes, Casino Royale's so good.
I never saw Spectre or No Time to Die. I saw Skyfall's the last one I saw.
Skyfall's great.
I think I just heard Spectre was so bad I didn't even give it a shot.
Is that the newest one?
No Time to Die isn't. I've heard No Time to Die is all right.
I really enjoy No Time to Die. It's a bit long, but other than that, it's good.
That's mostly what I've heard, yeah. And then Spectre, I heard, was just like incomprehensibly bad, which is weird.
Right. This
is a location I feel like I've seen in a billion action games and also numerous episodes of 24.
Yes, exactly.
There's a lot of doc.
Yes, they just have this lot ready to go, and they have it already rendered for video games, so it's just super cheap.
How many fucking puzzles have I done where I have to like pull a lever to make one cargo box lift up, which opens up a path, and you have real.
I'm pretty sure this is where the crane got me in Batman Dark Tomorrow.
Same level.
Yeah.
I remember this place in Resident Evil 4 as well, and Call of Duty, and regular fucking game.
When does When does Chloe get into the action?
Chloe,
Is
have
she
you not met her yet?
No, she's not in season 2. Like that was still Michelle.
Holy shit!
And I
Oh wow, is Michelle shows
up in season 2 and is like
Okay.
Tony
That's the ship's
Almeida's
original crew.
love interest.
They must have been
right.
killed.
I think people actually dated her for a while they were making the show.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, Tony's around, Michelle's around.
that's pretty good.
I forgot that Chloe wasn't there from the beginning because like Chloe becomes like a critical. Like,
Right, that's
I don't know
what
if you recognize her from.
People always make jokes about like,
show.
oh, like Chloe, I need you to open up a port or stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's I've never
damn it,
heard that
Chloe.
once in the game. Hey, mission complete.
It's good rating. Wow, yeah. I guess for some reason I thought she was there from the beginning. She's a really good one. Mary Lynn Rashkub from Mr. Show. So
Yeah.
kind of comedy background. And she winds up being a really good character. I think you might meet her along with Edgar. You haven't met him yet.
No,
What do you need from
definitely
me?
not.
Nothing. Once I set up, we'll be good to go.
CTU O'Brien.
That's Chloe.
Okay.
Holy shit! Chloe's debut is in the game. And Chase, have you met Chase yet?
No.
Oh shit! Okay, these are like.
This is
Okay,
this is
season 3.
canonically they first show up in the video game.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay, you're gonna see a lot of Chloe and Chase the next season.
All right, let's go.
Stand by. Starting bomb defusal.
Man, this would have been fun to write this game. Oh man. Oh hell yeah, we got
Circuit
hacking bomb
breakers used for
defusal.
bomb defusal. It shows the bomb circuitry as CPU cubes linked by colored data paths.
You know, hacking.
You know, CPU cubes. The bomb's trigger switches are marked as yellow cubes. Find a route through the bomb circuit to each of the yellow CPU cubes. Choose your route by pressing. Okay. All right.
I also have you saved manually?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I find like this is the era where that's a dicey proposition.
I will
You know?
get as soon as I get a chance to do that, I'll do that. Make use of unlimited time on the start cube or the yellow cubes to plan your route. Okay.
With this type of bomb, it should be a case of following the master signal back through its relay paths and shorting out the trigger circuitry.
Is that John Benjamin? Okay. Let's,
Oh god, it does sound like him. Yeah.
All right. So, you know what? I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just gonna hit this and hit this.
Let's put a picture of you defusing an actual bomb.
Okay, that's the first stage.
Right. Okay. I see. That was wrong.
Line up those CPU cubes.
Oh damn! Damn!
Damn it.
Hell yeah! Mission failed. All right. Well.
I was hoping we'd get a nice explosion
Uh-huh.
back there.
All right.
I mean, to give them credit, it does seem like they are doing the 24 things, like
Yeah.
the transitions between scenes, of course, like
Yeah, and
defusing
like
bombs
and
would be
during
part
the
of it.
during the action, like the camera did the like here's multiple camera angles thing, and that was cool.
Yeah. This doesn't seem half-assed. I mean, it doesn't seem amazing,
Okay,
but it
Right.
doesn't seem
That's the first
half-assed.
stage.
Where do I need to get to? Okay, I see it now. There we go. Wait. Yes.
Trying to see what I gave this game in my review.
Just one more.
I gave it a 55% F.
All
No, I did not like it.
right. Oh shit!
Damn it!
Oh man, I just went the wrong way. I would have been fine had I gone the other way.
Hell is dead.
Yeah, well, listen. E3's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not gonna go there. No, I'm gonna retry, please. Wait, end game? I could just be like, okay, well, that's the end.
Oh god, I'm reading my review right now,
Okay.
and okay, to give you some sense of how awful these mini games are, I'll just tell you that there are several points in the game in which you have to manually defrag a hard drive.
Okay, that's the first stage.
Said the bomb defusing and password cracking games are just as bad. Okay, X. Oh, there's interrogating enemies mini games.
Oh, fun.
Okay, Jesus.
Just one more.
I can't wait for that, actually. All right, so I need to blue. I need to... Well, I can get to there, right? No. All right, there we go. I see it. I'm going to go this way, that way, that way.
I call it a steaming turd. Man, it's really flexing the right muscle there.
Man, it's poetic, I think.
Yeah.
Put that in your
I'm
book
as
of essays.
hardcore of a 24 fan as they come, but not even I could convince myself this is anything but a steaming turd.
Yeah. Now you say it's a 7.5 though. So what happened?
I was saying in general, these licensed games probably average out at a
Sure,
solid
okay.
7.5.
I see what you mean.
This is a 55. I locked that in.
Never ever change an opinion. So 55 still. Washington D.C. terrorist base.
Put the guns
I
away.
hate terrorist bases.
Yeah, they should get rid of them.
Put
They
the guns away.
stop putting them in D.C.
Okay, so that's Chase.
Those are the blueprints.
You're gonna meet him.
Now let's talk about where I stand in this organization.
We'll tell you where you stand, and if you don't like it, you...
I can what? I've been running errands for you for the past year and a half, and
What
I've
else
got
has Chase
nothing
been
to
in?
show for it. Now, unless
He
I
looks
start being
kind of
cut in,
familiar.
I walk.
I know how doing these
see.
sad jobs kills you. I know you want more. You're gonna get more.
He looks like the Prison
Buddy
Break
of
guy.
ours.
Yeah,
Guy
he's
by
got
the
that
name of Ricky Grubb.
head shape.
He's gonna be
His
pulling
name
a
is
small
James
business.
Badge Dale.
He got
Oh
together with
yeah, it's
people
James
and
Badge
they-
Dale. I was gonna. Yes, he's from the Pacific, like which was the follow up to Band of Brothers.
Down in
Okay, yes, he's in that, and I have not heard of any of these other. Oh, that Denzel movie.
He's in
Flight.
Iron Man 3, I think.
Iron Man 3. Yep. Okay.
I love James Badge
He's in
Dale.
The Departed, apparently, in some way.
Oh yeah, totally.
Dude, he just looks like that, like Boston man.
Yes, he looks like hella Boston man. Looks like he's about to call you a slur.
I want this taken back to CTU for analysis right now.
I think they're doing this pretty well.
Michelle, I'm
Yeah,
sending
I
you a
like the-
PDF
I
that
really
looks
like the
it's
production.
encrypted. I need to
Yeah.
know what's on it.
I'll put Sean on it as soon as it arrives.
This is too sensitive for a rookie. I want someone else on it.
I trained Sean.
Man,
He can
the,
do
the
this.
zoom ins, they like that stuff is happening in season 1, and then it happens a lot more in season 2. But I get the feeling it's going to be a lot more in season 3 and going forward.
Yeah, they're just going to be refining the things you like
Yes.
and doing even crazier shit going forward.
All right, we got the rice, and that's something. I'll talk to the division about following up on the missing weapons.
He's CTU special agent in charge.
Tony,
Probably
there's
because
something
they
else.
actually like make him officially
We found the
CTU
entire
director in
crew
season
dead
3, or he
in
dies. I have no
overalls.
idea.
Any idea who gave CTU the tip on raiding the cargo?
There's a lot that happens with Tony. I'll make
Okay,
it.
I get
I'll
the
just
feeling.
say
there's-
that.
All we know is
Yeah,
that it was called in from a payphone.
Tony's story doesn't seem done. I'll say that.
It's not.
That this isn't over.
I remember vague, big picture stuff with him, and it goes places with him.
Oh, very fun to hear. Okay.
I don't have a choice. The bunker I'm in blocks cell
He was a real
signals.
piss baby there for about 2 episodes in season 2.
He has a tiny goatee in season 1, right? Does he shave it between those days?
I don't remember. He must have.
Okay, 'cause he doesn't have it here.
Okay, hold on. Chase, you're on with LACTU.
This is Tony Almeida, special agent in charge. Agent Almeida, my name's Agent Chase Edmonds, DC CTU. Now, I've just gotten word that there'll be an assassination attempt on the vice president later today. I need details if we're gonna move forward on this. Well, I don't have many details. All I can say is that a man by
Man,
the
they really
name of
just
Ricky
got the whole
Roberts is
cast, huh?
involved. He's
Yeah.
from DC, recently moved to Los Angeles. Sean?
Already on it. Ricky Roberts.
Ricky Roberts.
Bauer,
Jack, we've gotten word from DCCTU. There's going to be an assassination attempt on the vice president sometime today.
you don't know when?
No, but we have an address of
Is it the
someone
same vice
involved.
president?
I'm
From,
following
it must
the
be
current
from.
position. I'm uploading
Wait, no,
his
no,
information
he.
to you right
Oh no,
now.
he didn't resign. They were gonna. He was gonna resign, and then Palmer's like, "No, I'm too cool for you to resign."
Well, we don't really know the status of Palmer yet, like whether he's like recovered from that thing or.
Oh right, yeah, yeah, because of course that's gonna be in season 3 and not here.
Yeah.
We have our lead field agent checking it out now. Thanks, we'll let you know how it goes.
Take care of this.
Wait a minute, that's it? You'll let me know how it goes? Yeah. It's in our hands now. Chloe, are you still there? I need a flight to Los Angeles.
You can't do that. Sonia will never agree to it.
Going around, Sonia.
Chase, the phone line's being tapped.
Damn it!
You need to get out of there. I'll send a chopper.
Give me 20 minutes to lock down the base and take everyone out.
Are you crazy? You
Am I,
need to wait for
am I gonna play as
20
Chase?
minutes, Chloe.
How is it? Is there always? I know, like one of the seasons eventually doesn't have Kiefer at all. Is it always the same amount of Kiefer going forward? Oh, are you muted? You might be muted.
That's what that deafen button does. I kept getting pings because people kept messaging me on Discord, and it was getting annoying. So I hit I was like, "Ooh, there's a deafen button," but then it also deafens you.
It deafens everything. It turns off
That's
everything.
what happened.
Yes.
All right, everyone, just stop messaging me.
Yeah. Like streamer mode turns that stuff off. I don't know if you like open OBS, it'll probably turn everything off for you.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're playing as Chase now?
Yeah, playing as Chase now.
Okay.
Is there always an equal amount of Kiefer Sutherland going forward, or do they like give him a break by like yes on the show?
Oh, you're never getting a break from Kiefer.
Okay, cool.
You're only getting more like condensed, pure Kiefer.
Oh boy, give me that uncut Keith. That's what I need.
The sweet spot is like I think season 4 or 5, where it's just like this perfect mix of like everyone's just firing all cylinders. Kiefer's in full Kiefer mode.
Oh boy,
like,
yeah.
A thing this show does so well is that because this show has actual stakes and people actually die, they will kill major fucking characters that you don't expect to die. But then they are constantly introducing new ones too. So it's like, and they're good too. So it's you never act like. You know, you never actually feel like something of consequence is going to happen in a show. Like, oh, they're not actually dead. You're not like, no, people fucking die here, and they're gone, and new people are going to pop up and stuff, and it keeps that going for many, many seasons.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. Season 1, that's what I learned. It's they will do the most surprising thing. They will actually pull the trigger on something. They will set off the nuke in the United States. It's fascinating. That's what keeps you going. Because I'm like, I want to see what they're going to do next.
Yeah, people have linked me to I've seen this guy's name. This John Boyes. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, John Boyce.
Guy or something. Okay. Yeah, somebody linked me to. He has like a half-hour video about just like, so you want to be Jack Bauer's friend? So you want to be Jack Bauer's president? You want to be his love interest? Here's the history of what's happened to all of them. It sounds like it's a very funny video, and I want to watch it.
Yeah, John Boyce is very funny. We should definitely watch that. That'd be great.
That sounds.
Look at that. Look at that cut.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And you're still controlling? That's excellent.
That's the way to do it. Now I'm 24.
Okay.
I'm the 24 now.
Everything about the action and movement seems very just rote to me, but
it's janky, actually. It's bad.
Yeah. I just think that, like, I will give it kudos here for going for the production.
Yeah, the presentation is on point.
Yes. It does not look like it's fun to play necessarily.
No. I mean, I'll get used to it, but...
This is a just generic looking dude.
Yep.
Oh man, there's a funny thing with him too in the next season. Shit. Are you planning on continuing to watch? Because I'll tell you now, there's not going to be anything that like obviously you need to know plot wise from this game to go into season 3.
Oh sure, yeah.
The way it aired initially it just went into season 3. So are you going to be watching season 3 going forward?
Yeah, I think I'll watch it like concurrently with this. That's what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I still need a workout show. I was watching something else, but I don't think anything else is like vying for that space. So this will still be the show I watch like when I work out on Mondays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. So yeah,
I will want updates on season 3.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm excited about that too. Yeah, man, just that day that Kim had is just I'm never gonna get over that. Just thinking about all the shit that happened to her.
I'm trying to remember if anything happens during this game.
Hey, you know what though? The survivalist mentions that there's cougars out there. Maybe I worked out during I missed it. I don't remember ever seeing the cougar in season 2. Yeah, are you sure it was season 2?
Yeah, it's either the end of an episode or it's or it's going to break because like I remember it like cuts to black. I can't remember if it's credits or a commercial, but it's like Kim's like looking around in the woods like, oh god, where am I going to go next? What's going to happen?
It was
and
probably like me. I had to like deal with something and I like walked away and missed it or something. So
yeah. Yeah, it's like it's not an actual like long subplot. It was just a like, oh, and now there's a fucking cougar chasing her.
Right. There's a lot of stuff like that where it's like at the end of an episode something. Well, there's not a lot. There's quite a few things though where it's the end of the episode and they're like, we're gonna introduce this problem, and then they solve it in the first like 10 to 15 minutes of the next episode.
Target said he's working under.
Oh wow, I saw there's a Vulture article.
Oh no, I'm all the way back here.
Oh geez. Kim versus the Cougar: The Oral History of 24's Most Infamous Scene. Is a Vulture article.
All right.
There's a full oral history of the cougar.
Okay, I'll read that.
Wow.
It was. I do like the survivalist guy was just like, take this gun. There's cougars out there. I'm like, yeah, there are. I know there are. And then I don't remember ever seeing it.
Wow, for this oral history, they got the executive producer. They got Alicia Cuthbert. Wow.
Oh, incredible.
Alicia Cuthbert says the cougar was just supposed to be in the background, I think. It was just that they wanted. It was there because they wanted to show that I was in danger, being off on my own.
Sure. Yeah. Kim, you're in danger because you're on the show 24, and you're Kim Bauer.
Kim Bauer.
Yeah.
God, they're interviewing the boyfriend from season 2, Miguel.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, Miguel. That's right. Yes. How much Kim Bauer is in the show going forward? Eventually, she's got to get like Wesley from Next Generation, right? Where they're like, okay, she's in like an episode, or does she always have this amount of danger?
You get less Kim Bauer going forward.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. I think she shows up in a lot, but she's such a big part of seasons 1 and 2, and I think she's still part of season 3. Do you mind if I minor spoiler?
I do not mind.
The context. She's working at CTU in season 3.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's what you do. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, it looks like she's not even in season 4, and then I think sporadically she kind of pops up. So yeah, she is fun to talk about as a goofy part of the show, but she's not actually her subplots and stuff.
It's never what I'm watching for.
Yeah, season 2 is the height of the Kim fun.
Right. 1 comms point remaining.
Hey.
Yeah? Oh.
If there is a stealth system in here, it seems half-baked would be generous to describe it as such.
Yeah.
It looks pretty bad.
It's. I think I'm supposed to crouch, and then it says stealth mode active, but I don't really know what that's going to accomplish.
Have you accidentally hit a button to back cuff anyone?
No. So far, no back cuffing, although that seems like a failure of the game. I'm trying my best.
But somebody should mod a bunch of Mario 64 back cuff mod. Back cuffing a Goomba and no arms.
Yeah,
I'll just do the legs.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, if you handcuffed a Goomba's legs, he'd be fucked.
Yeah, that's his life's over. Okay. Wait. Clicking R3 reloads? All right, whatever.
That's stupid.
Oh, I can sprint. All right. Oh, doesn't feel good.
Dogs are losing their fucking minds right now. You can imagine after moving for 3 months and then there being a million delivery people and people coming in to paint and handyman and stuff. They are having a time right now.
Are they? Do you feel like they're getting more used to the house at all?
Yeah, definitely. Who is this?
Yeah, the cat was just like, not all cats are like this, but this cat's been. We moved a couple times. And he's just like, I'm good. Now, as long as I'm not in that car anymore, he just hates the car.
How often do you have to take him in the car?
Just when we're moving. So, but we've moved him across the country twice now, and he was not a fan of that.
Do you have a crate or anything you put him in?
Yeah, I put him in a crate. Although when I drove him to Colorado the first time, I did let him out, and he was just like, "Thanks, man. I'm just gonna sit here and kind of freak out, all right?" And we had some medicine for him to help him relax and stuff. And
take cover.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, man, he blew the stealth.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What's going on?
James Badge Dale is here. That's what's going on.
Can't tell if that's a really bad name or a really good name.
It's both, isn't it?
Yeah. It's what that guy's name should be.
It's definitely, he is a James Badge Dale, all right. It probably sucked when he would get in trouble and James Badge Dale, because they're such harsh words.
Is James short for anything?
No, Jim is short for James.
Oh, right. I knew there was a... Yeah, because I remember Jim Carrey was James Carrey on In Living Color.
Right, yes. Oh, someone's behind me. All right. Okay, just turn around, game. Oh, his face went away. Am I eventually going to find that red card to open that door way back at the beginning of the level? Is that, you know what? Can I save?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Chase found out. Chase Edmonds. Even the character name is boring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I've never heard anyone mention Chase. I've heard Chloe a million times.
That's the reason.
Yeah, it's, the reason is like no one cares about Chase.
Yeah, he's just kind of a boring like side dude, and like he's like a sidekick to Jack in season 3.
Sure.
There is. I remember one thing about Chase's whole history, and it's hilarious, and it almost justifies his entire conclusion.
Okay, all right.
There's one of those ridiculous moments where it's like, oh God, they're gonna do that, and then they do that, and it's like, all right, Chase, you were worth it.
All right. Oh, how do I get the? There we go. Now I have a shotgun. Use.
Spoil it just because out of context it would be insane to hear.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I'll forget it anyhow. Or I'll get excited. Or I'll get excited in anticipation, and that's fun too. So.
All right. So he's Jack Bauer's sidekick, right?
Yes. Okay.
I'll tell you, there's no heel turn. He seems like a solid dude.
Sure.
But in season 3, Jack Bauer cuts his hand off with an axe.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, I cannot wait. You see, yeah, I'm so glad you told me because now every moment I'm gonna be like, is this it? Is this when it happens?
Oh, you'll know when he chops his hand off with an axe. I was hoping the tease would cause excitement more than spoiling.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's just this dopey sidekick, and then Jack Bauer's like, I gotta chop your hand off.
Chase is like, I disagree, or it's like, no, Jack Bauer's always right.
A mid-heroin withdrawal Jack Bauer chops his friend's hand
yes.
off.
Okay, that's the that's what I needed to get motivated to get right back in there.
All I have to do is just think of things I saw in 24, and I'm just filled with joy and laughing, and it's just like, oh man, that was a fun time.
Yeah, it's definitely like, this was at the same time as like The West Wing, right? And like I've tried to watch The West Wing, and I'm just like, okay, no, this is definitely the show that's going to hold up for me more. Because it just like it was always bullshit, and it was happy to be bullshit. And West Wing was just like, slowly over time, it's like, oh, this is kind of stupid.
24 never gets up its own ass in any way.
Yes,
24 knows what it's doing, and it just sticks with that. It only gets better about it. And like I was never like I love TV. I've got a lot of shows I've enjoyed, but like I've never been in a like action show, like primetime action show guy. Like there's not a lot of those really.
No,
but
really.
This one was just so special. I think the gimmick was so strong.
Yes.
It's like that gets you in the door where it's like, oh, what a fun idea for a show. It takes place, 24 episodes. Like that is a great gimmick, and then you watch it and they used it fucking perfectly.
Yes.
And like for all the goofiness and stuff about this house or this show, it's not ironic. I don't like the show ironically. It's genuinely very good.
It's a good thriller, and I like when the show's like, no, there's a nuke loose, so we got to deal with this. I'm like, yeah, that's really intense, and I'm into this. I got to see what's going to happen because I like what happens if it goes off, and it's like, well, they show that, and I'm like, oh God, yeah, that's I like occasionally go like searching for espionage or political thriller stuff, like chasing that high a little bit, and this show's just got a ton of it, so I'm like very excited when I'm watching it.
It's the closest I've seen a TV show get to that tone I love from like in movies. It's like The Rock. In games, it's like Metal Gear. It's like this is the closest TV has gotten.
Right.
Vehicle section, hell yeah.
There we go.
Hey.
Wait, handbrake is R. Okay.
Circle or R1.
Okay.
This seems fun.
Yes,
like a bullshit vehicle section.
Can I reverse?
Come on!
There we go. All right. No, stop shooting me.
You bastard! What's going on?
Chase.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, I think I'm supposed to get out now, and
Boss. Out of the way.
Should have trusted target. Son of a bitch.
come on, shoot the guy right there.
Jesus Christ, this lock-on system seems terrible.
It's real bad.
In my review, I was comparing it to like Everything or Nothing, 007 being like an example of this type of third-person targeting working well, and by contrast, this being so bad because it was around the same time as that.
Yeah, this is real bad.
I stand by Everything or Nothing being like criminally underrated.
I would like to go back and play a lot of the old James Bond games other than GoldenEye that I never played.
We should do some kind of series where we play licensed games.
Yeah, we should come up with a name for that. It could even be a pun on a James Bond movie.
Oh wow, this is all coming together. Look at that.
All right. Actually, you didn't need to. Oh, health is very low. Okay, it was just telling me how to heal myself, and I wasn't paying attention.
That flop was ridiculous.
Yes, that was a good one. Puts Ric Flair to shame.
Has any movie series ever been more of a natural fit for games than James Bond? Although halfway through saying that, I realized maybe Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely in there's so many genres that apply to Star Wars, but other than that, I think, yes, James Bond has been perfect for video games.
Racing, shooting.
Yeah,
stealthing,
I was going to say, remember that racing game?
Yeah. 007 Racing. I was thinking about the vehicle sections in Everything or Nothing, actually.
Sure, yeah. Who made that? Who made Everything or Nothing? Was that Activision? These checkpoints are...
You know, like this, it was a big budget thing where they got like Willem Dafoe to be the bad guy, and they got Heidi Klum and Shannon Elizabeth to be the Bond girls.
Right.
And, you know, it was its own story. It wasn't like
right.
an adaptation. It was ambitious. It's maybe one of the best ones of these, I would say.
Right.
It was made by EA Redwood Shores.
Oh, right. That was when the EA was doing them.
Visceral.
Visceral. Okay, that explains it.
Oh, they also did The Godfather 2. Dante's Inferno.
Come on!
We should like bounce around between like ones we think are pretty good and ones we think are pretty bad, and maybe like the shorter ones could be the bad ones sometimes. And
Visceral here, at Redwood Shores at the time, they did 007 Agent Under Fire. They did Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, Third Age. So a couple Lord of the Rings games, Everything or Nothing, From Russia with Love, the one where they got Connery back. It did The Godfather.
I'm good.
The Godfather, The Simpsons game, which was not bad. Wow, Godfather 2. They were actually Dante's Inferno. That was a license. They were pretty good at that.
Okay. Schools are calling me, but my children are home, so I bet that's just something about the school year. I'll figure that out later. Yeah, that's a hell of a list of games. Like, man, that's back when like developers were just making all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Like that could never happen today, I don't think.
Oh no. Like especially with the budget that these type of games got, you know?
Exactly. Yes. Like you have to be so specialized as a studio now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say maybe Arkham Asylum is one of the ones that, in terms of like not doing an adaptation, you know, like GoldenEye was an adaptation,
right?
Arkham Asylum was a unique story and everything. Like, is that the top of the top?
I mean, it is. It's right up there for me. Arkham Asylum is, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man, obviously, and
Spider-Man was a great success. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Right,
like I like Spider-Man a lot. Like the PS5 one. I'm not obsessed with it. I'm not like.
I mean, you know, it's not that much different than Spider-Man 2 for, you know, Xbox and GameCube.
Exactly, and like I think I have fonder memories of Spider-Man 2 because it felt fresher back then.
Sure,
you know, like it is objectively like a really good game, but I think I forgot about it the second I was done with it.
Sure. Okay. There's no longer a yellow arrow on here. What am I supposed to be doing?
Probably stopping a bomb or something.
Take out target.
Oh, the timer's still going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
No, it goes down when you check your
oh my god, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's real time, you know?
Gotta live the gimmick.
Is he back this way?
I think I like that. I would hate that in any other game, but the fact that the time goes down in this, like, that actually kind of checks out.
Is he just one of these guys? Oh
boy.
All right, well, this is stupid.
Seems like it might be a bad game.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very good game.
Kudos to the production people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Deactivated.
Okay. All right, fun. All right, I think that's enough 24 for License to Thrill. Dan, this is a game that I like. In my mind, I imagine like playing through. It's not worth that. So this is one where I'm like, I'm glad I came in here and checked it out and like saw that characters that I haven't even met yet got introduced here. Like, that's some fun stuff. That's like kind of like, honestly, that's what I want to get out of License to Thrill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we saw the stuff and appreciate the stuff it did well with the license.
Yes.
But at the core, I think this is a slog of a third-person action game that is maybe not worth playing the whole thing. So there's no shortage of other licensed games we can hop to after this one.
Yep, and it's like fun. Like, oh yeah, I know that actor. I mean, he's just in here and he's doing a video game. Yeah, that's and I bet there's going to be a million thrills like that in License to Thrill in the future. We'll be back eventually with another episode, not too long at all. Look out for more License to Thrill on giantbomb.com. If you have any recommendations for licensed games, especially from this era where it was really rich with this weird stuff, let us know. We'll check it out. Until then, have a good one. Oh, yeah. What are you going to say, Dan?
I'm sure, we can always go back and look like, Terminator, Predator, NES game or something. Like, there's a lot of different stuff. I'm curious about that Predator Hunting Grounds game. Yeah. But, we'll hop all over the place. I think anything is fair game as long as it's based on, like, a movie or TV or music sometimes with Revolution X and Kiss Psycho Circus and all that. Like, I think if it's a license from outside games, it's fair game for this.
Yeah, and like, think outside the, like, we don't have to do, like, an entire episode like we did this. Oh, this was on 24. We could do one like, all the games that were based on E.T. Not just one game, like E.T. for the 2600, but E.T. for PlayStation. They made one of those. Like, we could check that out as well.
A food mascot episode with Yo-Noid and Cool Spot and the Mick and Mac or whatever.
Exactly. So, pop culture in your video games. It's happening on giantbomb.com. Until next time, have a good one. Take care of yourself. And goodbye, everybody.